I can't actually see you very well, but I'm going to ask you to start with a quiz. Those who were there at my previous book launches know that I like to start with a quiz. I'm going to ask you just a couple of questions, and all you need to do is raise your hand. Okay, so first question is, do you know anyone in your immediate circle who was diagnosed with cancer and was open about it? Could you just raise your hand if there was someone in your immediate circle? And really, the spotlight's on me, but I think I see a lot of hands. So the second question, okay, now yes. Can you just do that again so I can see it? Yes, so it's pretty much everyone in the auditorium. And I would now like to ask you, do you know anyone with a mental health condition in your immediate circle who was open about it? And there are far fewer. Now, cancer, unfortunately, is really tragic. It has claimed my own uncle in our family. But the fact is, the chances of actually developing a mental health condition in our country is higher than the chance of getting cancer. And so that's, a fact that we just don't know much about. And the issue is that mental health is a bit like vitamin D, right? So we all started taking these vitamin D tests a few years ago, and we found out that we were deficient, and we all needed more sunlight, and so we started treating it. But that sunlight is what mental health needs. And that is why we're here today. And this is part of the sunlight. And it might seem like this huge vanity project, right? To write a book about your life and to have all this media and to be in the Royal Opera House. But really, I want to just share one message that I got from somebody who I was just exchanging emails with for work, but I've never even met this person. And he said, at 5:45 in the morning, he messaged me. And he said that I've read your book, I couldn't stop reading it. I'm going to give it to somebody who wrote a book on depression. I'm going to give it to a friend who's going through a personal trauma beyond explanation. I'm going to give it to somebody who lost her mother and who's going through anxiety. I'm going to say sorry to my wife who had postpartum depression and I couldn't understand what she was going through. And you know what? I'm going to give you a playlist because you said you like music, and so I hope you start your day with a playlist, which was really nice of him. But that's the reason why I'm doing this, because I think those stories are few. It's not that memoirs have not been written in India. Actually, even in Bipolar, there's some beautiful memoirs that have been written, but I think we don't have so many solutions, and this is what I've tried to provide. So this book really is for everyone. Like Radhika was saying, that only 1% of people have bipolar. So you might be thinking, why should I read a book on bipolar? And one of my own family members who's close to me said, I'm so proud of you. You've written this book on bipolar and on mental health, and you're going to help lots of people. And I said, you know what? It's going to help you. And she looked at the cover and she said, me? I don't have a mental health problem. And I said, no, actually it's about mental wellness. It's for, only 1% might have bipolar, but 100% of people need mental wellness. So this is all about hacking your mental health and wellness. And I have to tell you that even though it's not a prescription, I did have this book vetted by top psychiatrists in India, in the UK, and in the US. So the advice that you're getting is definitely sound from that perspective. And more than really a book or a handbook, it's really an invitation for you to think about what could work well for you and for you to have that conversation with somebody who is close to you.